to introduce to you, how many of you know Will Witt? How many of you are so excited that he is here with us? He is a nationally best-selling author. He speaks all over the world. He has over 1 billion views on his @TheWillWitt on Instagram. Make sure you follow him. Please give a warm welcome to Will Witt.
Man, look at this crowd. Look at all these people in California of all places. Wow. I'm over in Hollywood, California. It's a lot worse than San Diego, have to be honest. 4 years ago, I never would have thought that I would be at an event like this, especially speaking. 4 years ago, I was a radical atheist back in Colorado. And I wasn't just someone who didn't believe in God or didn't really care. I mean, I would go around to people and tell people how stupid God was, how stupid religion was. And we are coming up in about 1 week, we are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of my baptism. The greatest decision of my entire life. Pastor Jack Hibbs in Huntington Beach did it a year ago. So now every Sunday on my blog, if you guys follow me, you'll know I do a biblical post for people to see and share that is kind of away from the politics, away from the political noise. And I wrote a couple of weeks ago about Jeremiah 12:1. Why does the way of the wicked prosper? All of us right now are looking at the world and we're looking at our government and businessmen, politicians, all of these people who commit evil every single day, people who lie, people who take advantage of the weak for their own selfish gain. They do this all the time, yet they continue to prosper. They continue to get accolades, to get heralded. Black Lives Matter won the Nobel Peace Prize. Dr. Fauci had a documentary made on him with National Geographic. The people who are getting awards, the people who are getting recognized as the good people in this world are actually the evil, are the evil. And so I talk to so many people, and so many people are worried like, oh, I can't get riches if I support God, and I can't get popular if I say my love for Jesus. And it's like, that's not the point. The point is that you are living out the truth, God's truth. You know, we just had Christmas a couple of weeks ago, and across the world, there are Christians across the world, millions of Christians across the world. In Indonesia, pastors are decapitated, and their heads are put on pikes in front of their churches to make it so that people don't go and practice their faith. In the Middle East, Christian women are the victims of acid attacks, and Christian churches and businesses are burned. In China, Christians are sent to labor camps and sent to re-education camps where they are asked to renounce their faith. And if they don't renounce their faith, they are potentially killed or tortured. And these people still don't renounce their faith. Compare that to many of the Christians in America today, where when people say, oh, are you a Christian? Are you a believer? They say, oh, I don't know. I don't really believe it. You know, I kind of believe it, but I don't want to go out there and say it. I'm not going to be brave about it. Compare that to the Christians who are dying around the world to have the right to believe. Why are Christians in America this way? Christians in America are not valuing truth. You know, people in America, when we look at Christianity, we look at our religion, we think that Christianity is supposed to be something that's fun, right? Going to church is a festival. Did you get your free bagel on the way in, right? That's what church has become. But there should be nothing easy about being a Christian, okay? It is hard. It is difficult to live your life as a Christian. It is difficult to honor God and be one of these types of people. It is easy to live a sinful life, to be one of these wicked who prosper. That is the easy way out. And most people don't want to take the path. They would rather be comfortable. Compliance is now seen as virtuous. Weakness is seen as strength. And we're used to have bravery and nobility heralded as the great pinnacles of a human. You now have fear and obedience as the things that make a model citizen in America today, a model Christian in America today. We have to get back to the values that made this country what it is. Think about the founding fathers. These guys were some of the bravest, smartest men. They'd be banned off Twitter nowadays if they were around.
Yeah.
But these men, they had such an unpopular idea, right? To start America, to get away from the British Empire and to start the greatest country in the world. And they were a minority of people. People are scared of being in the minority, scared of their unpopular opinions. But if it wasn't for unpopular opinions, you wouldn't have America. Every single person should be proud of their unpopular opinions. You shouldn't run from your unpopular opinions. You should be proud of them. Unpopular opinions are what made the West. You know, I get why today there are so many of us that look at what's going on. Maybe your work said, hey, you have to get vaccinated to stay here. You're a single mom. I understand why you did it. Or you're at university and your teacher says you have to write a paper this way, so you do it. Or your family even tells you that you have to believe a certain thing and to not be a pariah, you go and do it. Right? I understand why people believe these things and why they do it. But you have to look at the bigger picture. How much of yourself and how much of the truth are you willing to sacrifice until you are no longer the person that you thought that you are? All of the time that you spend trying to appease other people, trying to appease society, trying to appease a broken culture, you are not appeasing God. And that is what we should all be looking to do as the number one thing. There is no greater pursuit in life than the pursuit of truth. And America has lost that spirit. Let's look back on the spirit of America. When I think about all this, I think about what my mentor, Dennis Prager, what he talks about with Normandy and D-Day. And you have these brave men who are a little bit younger than me, right? These American citizens. And they're in these boats, these small boats with about 12 to 15 of their friends and these guys battling with them. And they're going to a country they've never been to before. And the door of the boat opens and immediately their friend gets shot in the head with a German machine gun. These guys are getting off of those boats on Normandy and they are peeing their pants as they get off the boats. You guys think these guys had very much hope? No. I don't think that these guys had much hope at all. But they got off those boats and they took that beach anyway. If those men can die for my right to live, then I have to live fighting for everything that they died for.
That was very well said, huh?
There is an idea of America. I know it seems like we have lost it. And I know it seems like things are hopeless. But when we are all here together, and we are proud of what we believe in, and we are not going to cower in fear to what other people want us to believe or want us to think, I know you can feel the energy and I know that we can make the changes. But the time for talking is over.
Yeah.
The time for talking is over. The time for action is now, for going to your school boards, for going to your city councils, for talking to every single person that you know, because that's the only way that it changes. There's no more easy activism. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you and say that we can just talk about this and retweet conservative or faith-based posts and think that we're going to save America, because these people who we are fighting against are agents of Satan. It is evil that we are fighting against. And we have to do every single thing within our power to fight against that. You know, I think about the female Israelites, right, when they are in Egypt. And the Pharaoh comes up to them and he says, if there are any males born among you, throw them into the river. And what do they say? What do the female Israelites say? They say, we fear God. That's a very powerful thing. The fact that these Israelites, that they feared God more than they feared what the Pharaohs were going to do to them. And that is how we have to live our lives. We cannot take the easy road. We cannot take the easy road. I know that it is hard to every day stand up for what you believe in. For every day to stand up to the left and the people who want to destroy us and the agents of Satan. I know it is hard, and people will hate you and people will try and destroy you. But what you have to remember is that what you are fighting for is more important than anything you will have on this earth. It is time for all of us to be heroes in a dangerous world. I will not stop fighting for all of you. I can promise you that. And I need all of you guys to stand up with me. God bless you guys. Thank you.
Stand up.
Thank you.
Stand up, people. Stand
Appreciate
up.
it. Thank you.
We just don't have. Oh.